Liga, and the moment you see Barcelona back to the top of the La Liga, watch out for them in Europe, because there's almost more than La Liga more. That implies that in the European competition, almost me are performing. In the end, one man down, Poku Basikunya red card, but they step up. Pedri, Daniel Olmo, and Rafinha as usual. I think Rafinha is not enjoying the PR. He's not enjoying the PR because Rafinha ball our born this season. And even Mbappe Mobile hat-trick as well by Ballon d'Or. I think he's not enjoying the PR. But in all Hansi Flick, they are not about the ball of boy. Yeah. Ultimately ball baby na ball not in the Musa and all the OPBR ball. Rafinha consistency, Yamal, and all those guys, the kind of performance of modern idea. Barcelona are in for a competition, and you expect them to go far at this time, especially the first round of the competition. Obatimi ako away, ako winning by a goal to nil. Football was just not the Benfica team were simply just not like yesterday. They could have beaten Barcelona by 5 goals. But it drew level say I want to know the experience, the pedigree, and the character of teams that have won the competition before. Indeed, as usual, you don't expect anything, but you expect such quality from Barcelona due to how Oma pick it up and the kind of performance Omo show. No, you expect also everything at Wasusa Manyama Etimi Akosuye Ede Ama Omo. In fact, the PSG game no wa Bibiano the kind of ball a PSG born around there. Name a more Champions League final in 2019-2020 now. That kind of football, pace, control, quality, individual brilliance, take-ons, link-up play, passing, confidence, everything. The only thing they lack was precision and the personality up front. I thought it would be a first line a year, but it is difficult to win the Champions League with a first line. You need a potent striker. And so now more potent striker and I feel the Bokasaneba. Yes. And Kabeyu Liverpool, but I think the front three of PSG ain't enough mention. And right because I'm day. Me team of the weekend I'm going Van Dijk going and Musa over there. Van Dijk, I know or could TSK will be there over the Bemana. Because then I cannot what's that? Okay, oh, keep it clean sheet, I don't know a captain. So no, but Konate was all over the place. Konate Bakula ball. Konate was all over the place, but he doesn't get the mention. It has always been Van Dijk. PSG born on boy mountain and she go. See everybody football and come.
Only me who had you side game and back home Alison Becker. Say Obi can't even about statistics. Now Osha say Alison ye 9 solid saves. And sometimes and yes statistics per season. So we're going to now the kind of saves now or you know the quality of saves stretch here. Carpet ball we anyhow and the reflexes any again. Now what you say pay attention to every single chance PSG for you will appreciate him better. Because one, Alisson Becker, he's one goalkeeper. All the goalkeepers know where Europe. Obia on the profile, just like midfielders. You get where you're boss to boss, where you're good or throw, when you're good or form, where they interceptions, where they defending, where they offensive, where you're controller. Goalkeepers, your goalkeepers are almost any ball next but ball next on to be passing. Or the name build up from defense on to me, or TAB of a blessing. Your goalkeepers who are on ball never pa. But I think these things are common out here. And the dear Alison and for appreciating that much and putting it to the level of believe said and answer to me believe said or is because anytime a Liverpool ever started progression, almost started year progression from the goalkeeper. And he's not a goalkeeper with his feet or yet too comfortable or yet Courtois type of goalkeeper. I'm not for him to Courtois when he pass you. No. Or no, Bomuna, or there's always a for back pass, or Baboni Pumako, because Uncle Bob short pass, no magic arsenal. If you not Donnarumma on him short pass or the better, no magic arsenal. Into Oya Sana Devia, it takes the credit away from how good our boy. Now, if you have to see Alisson in the spectacles of a goalkeeper on him board here, I can tell you, sir, want to be more 3 goalkeepers in Europe. Over definitely. But among Treno, Opa Allison, about goalkeepers are young Chebo, young fire and Sassy and Chebo. Unana doesn't come close. A lot of goalkeepers and back close. And the some for Allison back a year back, said when it comes to ball and young fire and Sancho ball and Kafan, he's that good. But build up was some year from a killer because on your extremely comfortable or that can I come or Tabo pass no idea. No, I hear who's ever leading to go for that because I am not or trying to show
Nana
Andy.
Mr.
or percent
Hey,
or
Andy.
try not or building from the back. And then I hear Allison back had a problem. Now, about next year, he's among the best league goalkeepers. Oh, yes. So I'm not surprised looking at sales now. Now, reflexes in the baby, and you could see the quality in him as a goalkeeper with his hand. And I think that the difference between only other goalkeepers now and Kokota is because or yet errors. Why? A form one yard and Liverpool always want a goalkeeper. Almost build it from defense. Piama Ponate never died. Almost started build up. And then the air affection of moving. No. Oh, Pierre attack and I will come once again. Yes, I understand. Born a constantly in an Annie. So here, PSG.
You still have one class.
Okay.
I was in
So here, PSG and Liverpool. Now we say PSG Bobo. In fact, you will love their play. You will enjoy the way they play. In fact, say the would rate him on perfect adjectives. And I want to describe that kind of performance in terms of quality, individual brilliance, dribbles, confidence, take-ons, fluidity, progression. Make for the Sankasa. Me say, oh, it's all in PSG. Now it's a Fabian Ruiz, Joao Neves, Vitinha, almost control method, almost say pass. Now almost say rotate here. You love their play and you believe. Me I never play with them and said. William Pacho and so for one time to respect on his name. But since on him so passing into the scene with Marquinhos, he's been good and not on the general center of a mobile trainer, so more attack here. Nuno Mendes on the wings, Hakimi on the other side. But among three men now with William Pacho did a lot of good work. Now, so Osha on the board one. Not the way Liverpool managed to stay in the game. Because I was doing commentary and I make us say so who say Liverpool boss say next or prioritizing results over good performance because omunim say baby no so we experience for competition na what the end so be bad here game any game so what to take now we grind the results and every the 80th minute I say from the 80th minute Liverpool tried to go direct during time I comment because some so when you one goal time they are limited. Here the following team and unfortunately for them, the same Allison who had a very good day, a ball direct ball, and on which means a wrestle way out, a PR pass in the corner by Javier. Cassie Jones or Javier, who scored the goal?
Yeah, Javier.
A placebo on the twat. So the trainer said Liverpool use what we call character. Any experience and on with this ultimately get the results, and the free PSG for themselves. Even though PSG play ball, and you could feel it from the Liverpool fans say, some team, and you saw Champions League experience, the character, and they are grinding results ahead of PSG. Now, PSG attacking. And now I don't about them. Aside how good I know Dembele, how unplayable, what you call like even because Dembele, gone are the days I need a bonnet in terms of even goals or the shooting up crazy near the end. Take ons 1v1. He has been one of the most dangerous players post Messi or Neymar. And he showed that Enra on throw position. Player be on the board, first player out automatically. And he showed that aside if you talk about his career was half hit. Not half hit 77th minute, but when the ball and aside ball on mobile, all time on rotate here. Kivicha started from the right, or starting right now, or boy, or switch here, and or back left, and or have a ball operating from left, and or back center, or back center, the middle call right. And it's so one ball attack now together with Bakula. Clearly, no more than one idea was so. I think that the reason why I'm chances not to go and say, me one idea and starting remember the young for 5 games for so. Ceremony for a episode for the person of your come back. And no person of more game, not limited that. They don't shoot from afar. creative clear cut chance inside the 6 and answer boxing. And most of the 6, we already said that outside shooting, it gives the keeper the luxury of time, movement to save the ball. And in as much say, not a good game, or more attacking, or more attempting, or more shooting. The shooting distance was far. Now, every good coach, every catch now will say, and not advisable. Say, oh, Bobo now per resource. All the time, we try to shoot outside the box. What I have said, you make ball and some placement in there. But when you are near the goalpost, automatically put him back. So, options and it's difficult for goalkeeper to save it. I think one clear cut chance or when you are promotion. Why the ball man and careful keep an hammer ball and I know. But they make placement, And see, and no one clear cut chance and who said it was close to the goalkeeper and I said promotion, but they couldn't. So they may say Allison State made a lot of saves, but it was because PSG shoot, from distance. And I agree. So who was target man? Who was perfect structure? Who was center forward? Even though Gonzalo Ramos when Timmy have been making part say Treno, Bakula, Dembele, and then Haran said the other Kvaratskhelia. But so now more potent center forward, they are always original box. They offer a fox in the box, or better my fox and more box in the one. Any chance they appear inside the box, or back out to sometimes a young buffet is about you stealing the results, and they couldn't do that. Second one cannot. Maybe they to me, Liverpool qualify. Everyone graduate. All the teams that won will never qualify return leg because it's obvious. Inter better final 2. Final the 3.
Mami, what Kevin before we talk about the other games? Kevin.
Okay.
From Tuesday, we see it seems the usual suspect. Yes, sir. Prelims national above group stage, be to me, Bobby. Share club bridge ball or ball or group stage. Even share how almost share Atlanta, share. So everybody thought, Pula ye so me post 6 o'clock. And Mama, much that say na yanko Pula. How do you even know say for 1 o'clock? How do you even know say? You better go anywhere. So please, stop asking if you didn't go to police for now. I didn't go to police for now. Yeah, a year upon 6 o'clock, 10 be everything I call. How will you even know say for 1 o'clock? Now me was I said I was using Club Brugge as example. Say yes, group stage and I said they were beating teams left, right, center. I said, well, I almost sure group stage, I almost sure mobile one go to there. But through the business end of the competition, it has been the usual suspects. Someone will be a renaissance. Maybe a shock could be so far. I think that Benfica created many, they couldn't score. PSG was unplayable yesterday, but at the end they conceded. It looks as if the usual suspects now are winning.
Well, Landy, Champions League, I always say, you kind of say the tradition of the Champions League will always favor the past winners and the big sides. And so only tradition, Papa Bia, only tradition Bia Befan. So a baller, Club Brugge, a Manchester City. A choir, or more fast, or more ball, or more knockout face match, a winning at the buyer. Against Aston Villa. They were just off because Aston Villa competition, and the spirit of the Champions League this year, they are riding on what they did in the past to inspire the players. Say, yeah, club, your tradition, and they say Champions League, big size, you can't be. To the point that Unai Emery and Mati, as I said, they are even bigger than Arsenal because Arsenal are on GB. And other players from more. If you have someone like Marco Asensio, Marcus Rashford, these are players who have seen it all when it comes to Champions League. Only Watkins, everyone say, I am second fiddle to Harry Kane. And then I made a statement, a Champions League. Any ABA Premier League only say but if they are able to dominate the Champions League, it will go their favor. And here, quite a fast so modest mantle, Club Brugge, more Cassafieno. Me boy, Club Brugge, Boba, me play about Cope, and the other, so I mean, a prepare simple pass and the Ayofe. Club Brugge captain, Vanaken. But look at him against Aston Villa. As a ball no more be that. And said the Okano, Omwa Jibida, no, the usual suspects, Omwa Neboko. Arsenal, Okoche PSG, no, Abono 7-1. Arsenal, Timu Yanki, Nkoso Kra, the kind of fast or the qualify. And Enra, Inter Milan, crying the silly. Other games in the crowd, I do forget because Real Madrid, the other day, Champions League, when in Boston, you be a Obefakotoko under 17 for you crack Okoba, who dear grow vessel. All they need is the Madrid tradition to work for them. But I think there's significance via among whom and Slot and number 2 chairman. He didn't want to play the game because I am saying only PSG and come out in the convention of some from into your tip on grab them back to mobile board, but I want to be no into yet and say, yeah, any day, yem piamon, or more the beba. Ye benya bakum ye be chances bakum ye be near the atom near Yago. And no one a coffee by and so say, PSG be correct. But when it got to a point, or say, my minister some talisman because they have put pressure on him and to be passable on your day. Alcohol. It's then I may let me ease the pressure on that side. Or they have a lot by Nuno Mendes. Oh, my Emma, let me move.
Yeah.
Or call you Janet Yana, the body to have a lot. So it takes very, very intelligent managers to win games. And I have Simeone inside. On himself, fire born or mobile. They thrive on pace and their spaces. It's young closely down the street. Players for mobile running or mobile tackler money. So you could see Marcos Thuram as a striker. Or Bonnet said you're neighbor number 8. He was running everywhere around the field. Lautaro Martinez even. And Raumuna. Workaholic or Koba. So I was like, now that Lautaro, is there any problem? But they had a way of stopping these guys. Even Bayern Munich, never Leverkusen. Andy, on any day, I always say, Champions League, you may have young players be or more bubble, no, all right. But when it gets to the bigger stage, your players are or more the heart to face certain games. And Alonso said, Europa League, go mistakes, selection when I was expecting, say, Jonas Hoffman, not to bench heading. Only Kim Minjai, NAE, Upamecano, Asia, was the Makoba Amin Adi. Omodia Hodin, so why not play?
Also prove you're fast or size smart because that's the weakest link.
Exactly. No one found him. But all he was thinking was yes, saying I'm a season way a farmer. And they just took over the midfield. And as someone came at ball in about do I say the past 2 seasons, me who saw a boss aboni be that. He just took the game by himself.
And Leroy Sané overhyped. Leroy Sané is overhyped.
Leroy Sané. He's not overhyped, but I think that Rafael Leao Subainibi, he gives less of what he can potentially.
Kevin, at least Rafael Leao the numbers and sometimes he has been decisive in certain moments.
The games and the numbers no one. What they compared to top 5 players or mobile and the numbers
I agree if you look at his potential and what he offers on the floor. But at least he step up at the Bernabeu. Leroy said,
yes, he
born. Nintina buy an ato wingers ato still. Obemwa or him Hamsa no Baban and said, but because he comes from Germany, nobody talks about him.
I think that with Samuel and Leroy Sané, Andy, so kind of Man City. I think he had some fantastic season in 2017, 2018. And at that time, Sir Oshe City for Amazon Prime year all or nothing or more dear and Sana Asna or more dear. Now Pedro Dula shake out no much no. Any Chiki Bedistan a meeting about signings, any potential recruitment. So I'm not in discussion. And one of the things Pedro Dula making in justification say, oh, on Phyllis or Motoringa at that time. Why? Because Pedro Dula is one coach. They are a player potential, and the ability to say. This is the level the player can offer. And on as a coach, so to bring out the best star, there is no need for him to go for a certain player unless profile of a player now open on Ibi. So immediately he said, Sonny no injuries, empty and ultimate mount the best. Because when he's injury free, now or at its optimum man, or pace, a month for review, or pace far, and or very tricky, and I know a direct or cutting in our shooting. So at that time, support the Samba Manchester City result. But it's one player, Oprah, or he lead them. And football, the last time one player said this, I think Vinicius, last week, I say, because season here congested, now I'm mobile a lot of matches. Player who are black and home for and they be on to me more than level, no nothing said, on Yadi. The reason why I'm making this injury justification for Leroy Sané is of course, by him. I think that was 2 seasons ago and now they tell my not just for with you for say or channel. What if say he became one of the main guys or Mujidis or two or no Jamal Musiala after say or making pronouncement on formal manner or the way when the team no flow. And so Sonny was playing and Osako prior. So I personally think that injuries are limiting the potential and the abilities. No? And I need the confidence now because of Sunny, the sharpness in Leroy Sané and the potentials. Sunny Fizaka, Shaka Nufe, right? The potential that we saw in him, the Bar City, any German national team, me feel that.
Well, I think
we hit them. And then I have
to say, Metawase, but I think say a Subai. Play a bien Leroy Sané, Pranke Marco Reus, Pranke Neymar. Even Real Madrid, Rodrigo, you cry Oprasa and a hamstring, or about 3 matches, no, a quarter, Fiebe, 1 month, no, a baby. But at the end of the day, Oba, you just see the impact. And now, also, just a moment ago, you were talking about Varaskelia. Yesterday, just look at him in a crucial moment.
My chef boy and the ball, but almost say you're Martin and not born at your master.
Only Boba
And now, and see, and look at how he twisted. Alexander, no, the one who in a Madrid could tell you about Pudia. Dear Dokuya, and only the end. Bakula,
yeah. And now, I said, and now say, if me, Luis Enrique, and Rano, he should have played Goncalo Ramos to start the game. No, madam. Okay, no, Oma Varaskelia every bench. I wanted that.
And yet, men come here on no more. Because it was clear the Liverpool midfield cannot match the 2 guys.
Never
and the Jao never. Because we're on mobile working, I have my Calista and this was like so it was clear he cannot straight away. I will stick to the 2, play Goncalo Ramos, and play Dembele or Bakula just behind him. Once Dembele went to me and support or more, or Jibona he can drive.
Yeah.
But Omomi and Sunday Kevin said, Van Dijk, one of you or Domo Cobrica twisty or more, or Bebre, one continue over there.
And Anamika said, Bakola was having a field day. Now Bakola in a field day. Into fine or bonny ball. But because Varaskelia, now, you know, because of injury, he wasn't involving himself too much. Dembele, Bakola, instances no Ababa Bede, Wababa Befem. But if Goncalo Ramos, when you Bakola, have a field day, not a Dembele,
okay, network.
Maybe I want to say, oh, you ask them now, can see him. Because you have the benefit of hindsight, you have born every 80. Okay, Kevin.
The point is, so when you're Bakola, that's a Bakola, air to from the left, Dembele air to from the right, but almost cross the ball and that's almost feed the ball into the penalty area. Hope ya, Ube say. Van Dijk na be clear ball. Ube one is a Van Dijk clear. Ube one is a Konate hono. And for the instances of Munya Liverpool, and Hone Kofa a penalty nearby, which I think referee was a bit disappointing. On any day, say Mohamed Salah and a Sabo on it now. Come Mohamed Salah and a Sabo on it now. Come over penalty. No doubt.
Explanation. Who said so we're Champions League now? One thing I must study from UEFA and say. I'm match no normal referee. It's also only Clement Tapen for Madrid game. top class. Yeah. Oliver for Bayern Leverkusen. Also, I controversy but for me was up there. Okay, David Massa. And no, apart from that incident, but you didn't say, Kevin, that incident almost vindicating. And I was a little almost say the tackling from Konate was minimal and resulted into an obvious goal opportunity also on the record.
Too much. Obidina Bacha will be to say I'm sure somebody emotional.
Or the shoulder say
no, go back. Go back. But the ball, Bagola had already taken the lead. Bagola no was taking. It's not like he went shoulder to shoulder. He went with his shoulder into his back. What else?
Okay. Yeah. How different is
and
this?
That was a clear of
okay. Okay. Real Madrid and Barcelona. Asian Clasico now Pia Messino.
No, the fact that
two wrongs never make a right. Two wrongs never make a right. But I think PSG actually say Luis Enrique actually say yes. Without the superstars, he's built an excellent team. Nobody can tell me say of all the coaches are PSG Estoril, I think Enrique has done excellent because she players so you saw more and the sort of quality football.
Apart from Carlo Ancelotti, and I don't think if Carlo had Neymar, Cavani, Mbappe, and those guys.
No,
but those guys, no players that I know. But after Carlo, I don't think coaches are my problem. Obi and Luis Enrique.
In terms of pedigree.
Yes, in terms of pedigree.
Oh, pedigree. I'll make case for Thomas Tuchel.
Okay, the Thomas Tuchel also. Okay, no, Thomas Tuchel also went.
Where did he get?
In terms of the
where did he get to eventually?
Oh, he took them to the Champions League final. And what give him credit?
Not players.
When it comes to
domestic success. Look at the materials we have.
When it comes to domestic success,
but materials are no crap. Materials are no crap. Any materials are Enrique or buy no crap. And he's had to build the team in less than a year. And the quality of football, every match of Mulusi in a very long while, they were almost going unbeaten. And it clearly gives you an indication. Say no. Now Obi Oda Jones say Bakola, Desiree Doué, João Neves, and some men young come from. Look at Akwayo Obo center back. Oni Marquinhos was center back. Patrick.
William Patrick.
Is it you get it? So if you look at the the quality now we're building up without Sergio Ramos, without Neymar, without Messi, without Kylian Mbappe, you see, without all those superstars. Yes, Di Maria. He doesn't have the luxury of he doesn't have the luxury of those high profile.
And when say my results, I justify the human. Yes, so far on the evidence of football, the F and F because it's played against
where our best game in the Champions League.
Yeah,
I want to say because even the Man City game that they won by 4-2, they didn't play better than this.
I gave it that,
and
yes,
it was a City team that was really struggling. And see, it has been against, with no disrespect, almost weaker teams. And what here are happening in Liverpool. Now he's almost out of the Champions League from the round of 16. And Medica can say, if we are unable to credit Tuchel along with the league titles, and I'm sure how far he will get to in the Champions League. Because even though
Frank Wamba here.
Good. Also, Leonardo 10 goals. But it's against the same French team domestically. What's happening? And it's already the ball against the folks in the domestically, he's been that good and almost go football. But here Liverpool, he's almost out. And it's a few more run of system. He cannot be better than Thomas Tuchel. So, and the evidence of your mind, yes, I understand. Say you give him credit based on the quality of Abetuno. And even with that, because quality no the difference between the previous team now Tuchel no women say we have more potentials. Previous ones are not really established. and you need those players to go for granted. But it doesn't negate the fact that some players, because Kvaratskhelia are the serial best player. Hakimi is counted as one of the best fullbacks. Nuno Mendes, Portugal national team, he is a regular starter. Or Italian number one in Duki Donnarumma. Or a Brazilian starter in Marquinhos. Or Portugal named on two best midfielders alongside Bruno Fernandes in Joao Neves and Abrante and Diade Vitinha. Or starting. Or Spain, or regular starter, already on who use in Fabian Ruiz. The belly, can any time our yes, who is the belly? Says your conference or starting. Or a starter. So, the players now or one. In as much as we established as compared to Neymar and Mbappe, we didn't have final. We see a great potential, sir. At this very juncture, sometimes no problem, no messing with Europe, and then Messi Ronaldo will be because Saudi Arabia, and he should be able to do something. And it's when he can see at this important stage. I think yes, he's doing a good work that shows promise. With time 1 year, 2 years, Luis Enrique Betimama, yeah, with Enrique in him, but. For now, so when I'm at this stage, on your money.
I think we spent time on the PSG game. Let's Barcelona 1 man down. Frank, welcome.
Thank you.
You don't have one so much on to the Kevin, 1 man down. Barcelona and Nanka Benfica so beating a good as a team. You never hear much in a power. But there's no players no pray or 1 man down, but we need by a goal to nil.
I think a group stages, come back now, Basa, and it was playing on their mind. No, see, and Basa, there, we must take our chances. Inti, Utimo say, I hope prepare. It came with I hope prepare. Say, why not finish our chance? Because, Mesaka, Mediana, only me the champion. Mesaka bo fruit ba ku bi ampese me yede me di ntem se de be ya o mambeto me de best ma funa me nwesa nwe na atumi na ne wo se me fini nyina ba eno na eto Benfica enra. They were eager to get it into omo pro omo nyina mistakes on any day. There were some controls from Pavlidis ma you expecting say on any day Pavlidis ma this season Champions League he's had a field day no only sabo na ekoye red card them Atta Poku Basino. The first touch now on any day should have been a pass to the right hand side. Naka play and finishing it with ease. But because yes, Pavlidis, there's pressure on me, I have to deliver. Not a cover mistakes. And I think Hansi Flick has also learned. Now man for break as a high line M1 I know sitting obebon. But if you have watched recent La Liga and Champions League games, he's been very, very careful with the back line. Oh yeah, I know a champion. Oh yeah, I know a champion because he believes that the men up front, a memo we are so lethal. And you have 2 attacking midfielders, they are crazy. Even central defensive midfielder is a creative player in that sense. So why do I have to open up and then be extremely vulnerable? At the time of Benfica, any of go to win, I was thinking so. Fine, Barca air button against 11, so they are a man shot and Benfica any advantage, to be highly expansive. In Tiama Barca acquire say no area. Barca had to just cramp in. Now also Mubabe shape no Mbabe so that they don't expose their back line too much. Already Omer losing 1 man. Into the it's a great opportunity for them, and I think that Chesney, he's proven a point. 14 games, and the guy is failing to go beating in Barca's post. And now says now, it is only Alisson Becker. And I always say, just like Yeka said, defenses win you titles. There are times you need an extraordinary pair of hands to get you the titles. And Pepe,
I think any team that have won the championship and a level of goalkeeping, and that's
yes, even when
he was saving Barcelona.
Yeah, exactly. Because there are some crucial moments your goalkeeper needs to bail you out. Yes,
yes. It can be any Liverpool give na Frank for him.
And I think and Kofobe I can't send the Ballon d'Or number pay na one, but Andy from the last bare 14, 15 months, if anybody says Ubia Bobo saying Rafinha of Barcelona, I say no to it. Edina only to say Mbappe, Edina only to say Ellen Haaland, Edina only to say Vinicius Jr. Look at the number of times he stepped up for Barcelona this season, even in the Clásicos now, Omabon. He defines games.
Had there been now the share of Clásico, eh?
Yes.
Nimko Crawford to wear defenders in Finfin.
Lewandowski Mokran to me running Mama Mehe this album. And it tells me this is a refined player. Ball our born in the last 15 months now. It shouldn't be a surprise here, or sorry, about Barca captain Zamban. Because he so clearly said the team rests upon his shoulders. And now, the player of us to take him,
as the Barcelona fans, the team, the whole setup accepted, say he's the guy I will take you to the next level.
They are focusing too much on Lamine Yamal. And every time, schoolboy need your bebo. But Rafinha is much more focused. What I said, he's more experienced because of his age and where he's played football. Now he sees himself say, Vinicius is at Real Madrid, and I'm also at Barcelona. Brazil, it would depend on some of these elements. And it's the reason why I think, say Nene Barca team, no, Lamine Yamal, I don't think it will hurt them so much. But Rafinha, you would see a drop in Barca performance. And I think that credit should go to that boy. His numbers are even telling. The numbers are crazy. The numbers are crazy.
And he's
40 goal contribution.
Big games. He's in big games too.
All the big games.
And I think, and now all the elements work from coaching, from players' ingenuity, and then from the experience and then tradition of the game. Everything worked in Barca's favor, and they managed to take each one of them in great style. Competition is when your chance comes, you need to take advantage and finish it. Say a banner say one take advantage, your opponent will take care of that and then finish you. And on I'm paying you see you're being a dark horse. But if you're a big club and you want to prevent that dark horse, say you can say in some now. And you be na basa a toe. Benfica.
Let me reemphasize.
Back home, Spain there, or better dispatch with ease.
Okay, so I want to re-emphasize on the Barcelona and Rafinha. Why and Omunjin to say Lamine Yamal and Rafinha no or project no. See, this is it. The reason why Mohamed Salah, Mbappe no ever in the conversation of the Ballon d'Or for the Ballon d'Or is because Barcelona still thinks Lamine Yamal is their best player this season, which is fallacy. Honestly, he's the most exciting young prodigy. He's a very good talent, and he excites a lot of fans. But when we talk about the Ballon d'Or, you need players or more games, game LED memories. Everyone for them to vote for him. Or much be stepping out for big occasions. Say the head-to-head banter, arguments, and yeah, bringing those things. You need numbers. And if Barcelona admit to say they need to promote, they need to project Rafinha for the Ballon d'Or this season. Every single goal, every single man of the match, every single performance will be attached to the Ballon d'Or conversation. And the Moravi is indeed 2 weeks. Never known is a projected for Ballon d'Or last season. I never French football or not or more year no the 8th finish was still Ballon d'Or was that. Voting is already the dynamics of the voting. It was because when before we were projecting Jude Bellingham and then Kylian Vinicius Jr. And the majority of the people on voting split here, even though they wanted to vote for a Madrid player, but because we were projecting the two, we call saying Mimi Pekini, Mimi Pewina, Unia for Rodri, Wajet. So Barcelona should understand. Say at this moment, looking at the OBI, goals, contribution, assist, influence, work rate, and everything. Rafinha should be that guy. They are ready to project, promote, do a proper PR. But something Ballon d'Or. Messi no Ballon d'Or. And your park in the song, you need certain propagation. And I do that. I think that we game now Barcelona boy on Hansi Flick. And the idea about Barcelona. Never did. Because Ghana boys say the one nation when it comes to football. So be agree say or buy no. There's one thing now who's assistant complete for Barcelona mentality. But beyond the mentality, over Barcelona, I said, sir, I made campaign for Barcelona on 2 occasions. One, the bringing back of Laporta, because I knew sir Barcelona dying is on the best seat in the back. And the time I know Victor Font air press, I wanted him to be in or buy it. Now, Hansi Flick, time and moves, Xavi was there. I said, Xavi cannot make a campaign for Xavi to stay. But when I saw the option, finish having a remove for Hansi Flick, I said, no, Hansi Flick is a better option. Why? Because I saw his Bayern team and I really understood and researched about the way another team, aside mentality, the team be like team work great. Like players the distance or cover.
No, he said that is a mark of a German coach.
Good. Yeah. The work rate, and on the work rate to be up Barcelona, even that against 11. Aside the mentality. Aside the mentality, the work rate, and again, the organization. And now, time about Barcelona Airport 10. May I personally feel say Bruno Lage, Hansi Flick, what they really prepared for we the fans, any footballer. Because of the red card, will be as a approach and the plan. And the real game, not the expecting. Now, Barcelona decided so many compact. And look at our organization. I feel that even red card, no come Benfica and go on normal game. Because there was so much in the game before the red card. One way game the year. They were creating, they were threatening Barcelona, even at 11-11. But when a red card in the Bayern, then they decided that I will prepare advantage number, and then they were wasteful. Once Chelsea showed some every goalkeeper in here one day be at least you never reference Chelsea Ofrida from Arsenal, Juve, nim game back but when you're a game where I someday among for the very other kind of game be said yet Chelsea I'm only thinking say I'm just thinking aloud. So Barcelona the Champions League, which is possible, even though it's difficult to know. Ever get Champions League, not Chelsea throw a book. No, throw how on the football career, yeah. I bro giant ball of what's left here. Nims a ball a baby, nothing to keep a prayer quite down with or by a crown. Initially, so that can announce flicking yes setting, so Beman the people. And you will first I know by day, and then eventually will be to be by number 1. From nowhere, 1 year, 1 year, 3 1 year. No, a team by European night. Baby, say, take it not for the Champions League. What a beautiful story it will be. So I think Barcelona did an excellent job. And only Zandra, Pedri Bonipam, you know. Now, you see, Pedri, only my dear, a mark of a good player. Play a ball of a ton and 9 or even manipulate ball of I said. Saudi was a ball, say, oh, you're comfortable since 9. But I want to say the night could have one, except in some grim, or Panojem. On any mistake, it is of one, closeness, tight space. He's very comfortable and on fast pass, movement, awareness, and Yabro. Until they be a ball in as much on one crowd. He's very comfortable and or to be Barcelona free situation. I think a lot of players influence the among them. Barcelona highlight on mobile actually. It was obvious because 10 against 11 on Santa risky too much and quite anymore, and they needed to crowd on boxing and prevent team and I'm not afraid you be somebody and you player and can't be swap or not very utilized, but it didn't work out. I think that sorry I'm born one or aside public this or can go show Osnes on go share a code group or say go ahead but on time go Oscar Poku baby originality on Baypo or the boy right on Bob, but on your mature or your experience into also name bush down now and then for man start money free bench by also the same thing almost a problem because aside public this this is your obvious chance the man and one from the experience Abaswa they were injured. So I think that Barcelona season there's some Champions League now. Charlie, what a story this will be because but in as much as I'm to my bedroom, Barcelona suffered this in the Champions League power and on what's not facing tougher oppositions, but yet they've maneuvered their way, and baby, I believe they will qualify. Andy.
Okay, Frank. Xabi Alonso, one coach, Obia would that believe in this. Previously, stories the crab and the Carlo Ancelotti last season. Then Carlo because Brazil funding in commerce and committee over their national team. Politically, a bit pen bim peno later we yet say ref was on Montana. Say for baby the one say Carlo Copejabi Alonso never. Alonso, I think for 7 games now yet to be defeated against Bayern Munich. Minyatan here Bayern and Celtic. In fact, now by a team but then Bayern play like a Bayern team of Lewandowski, Mario Götze, and then other team. Meaning Germany, after the training, what they are seeing and say confidence now about Bayern beating IBB this season.
Well, Andy Medase, my champion form also, Hussien and Kelvin. You could deeper, Afiance Yaland Wofi. Not maybe in another meeting. You see, one say, you bought the grand finale, you know, or Germany, and Bayern for home, a horse son of mobile side game. So it is believe you say, even though Omuni GDA won't team no more, but they can go all the way to the final and possibly win the tournament. Okay. And we are going into the game. Now, phobia Bayern. I mean, Juma. They were so much like optimistic, say they were going to win the game, even though in the Bundesliga, like you said, this season 2 games of Aboni in a draw, and Bayern Leverkusen for a very good mentality against the Bayern, and you know they believe say that game, you know, now a difficult at the Bayern for no, but Leverkusen for no so a phobia or make me shock you. Look, what did the magic for them? They say, acquired to say in any competition, you boy, you do baby at home. You are the big boys of the competition. So for me, yesterday watching that game, I realized that it is that big boy factor of Bayern and I come into play against Bayern Leverkusen. Other than that, look, we share tactically and we share these 2 teams. My boy in the Bundesliga. Two matches in my body. I mean, when you watch the game carefully, I want to say Bayern Leverkusen for no dominated Bayern for no. Dominate totally. But just that now so beyond to me win the game. So now you're obvious to say they were going to beat Bayern at this stage. But like I said, that big boy factor no and a bad game no more. And then you could Jumano boy so now start here because I say looking at how I'm to me dominated by Leverkusen, I show more trainer now. Now I'm more confidence, you know, Akosro to the extent say they believe so much we quite the Champions League. That is where I question them. Say, look, yeah, quite Euros. Obia ama German for no that chance. Say because of where they were coming from. Yeah. Now, winning your first game, second game, all of a sudden, now Omaba be a favorite to win the tournament. Forgetting said team no and that is exactly what is happening to Bayern now. Beaten by Leverkusen 3-0. Yes, good results, Champions League night. But still, they have to be very careful because Leverkusen for no very good mentality. And the second leg, you know, and then I catch Madam Boybi say second leg, you know, it's not over, even though it's 3-0, but it's not over. But me only say that big boy factor, just like Barcelona Benfica game, you know. Look, Benfica, you said it right. Now come to me good Barca team and Ra, but to me I show mobile 5, San Arsenal for the PSV no.